That'll be the first personal on Dejanay Carrington, the referee. After that, and a little bit of passion afterwards.
You love it.
Dejanay, oh dear Lord, she's got her own brick center. She went out and posted this after she got chucked in the last game, the date, like it was going to be something. She's got her own brick center montage. 7 ways. Just even look at the shit that she was doing here. Like, what the fuck is that? But like, she shot the ball 11 times. And she was just out here chucking up mad stuff. Like, mad stuff. She was going for these dirk fades all the time. Like, I don't even know what she was trying.
This past Sunday, August 23rd in Chicago, DJ Carrington didn't just play against Caitlin Clark. She played against herself, and she lost spectacularly. For months, Carrington has made every matchup with Clark a personal crusade, but this time, something fundamental shifted. Caitlin Clark didn't just endure the constant physicality and the relentless taunts. She absolutely obliterated Carrington and the entire Sky defense, transforming a potential distraction into her own career-defining moment. What unfolded on that court wasn't just a basketball game. It was a masterclass in how to respond to manufactured drama, revealing everything about where these two players stand, and more importantly, where their careers are undeniably headed right now.
Caitlin Clark drops 37 and 10 as the Indiana Fever beat the Chicago Sky. Dejanay Dirtbag Carrington. Dejanay, you circled this date, Dejanay. You said 8/23 was the day, Dejanay. Well, unfortunately for you, Caitlin Clark circled that date as well. Unfortunately for you, Kelsey Mitchell circled that date as well. And you know what they did to you on 8/23/2026? They spanked that ass all up in...
Look, this wasn't just another regular season matchup. Every time the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky step onto the court, the air crackles with palpable tension. It's no secret who the primary architect of that drama is, DJ Carrington. She spent 2 seasons meticulously crafting a reputation for turning these games into a personal spectacle against Clark, making it less about team basketball and more about her own narrative. True to form, before the first quarter was halfway over, she'd already inserted herself squarely into the storyline, ensuring all eyes were on her for all the wrong reasons.
Did you like that? Did you like that? Did you like the Clark show, baby? Did you like the Clark show that she put on in Chicago? Any and everybody can get it. Was that white privilege? Well, wait a minute, Dejanay Carrington. Was that white privilege? 37 points. Was that white privilege? 10 assists, 37 point, 10 assists, double-double. Was that a white privilege double-double? Was that 8 3-pointers? Right in your eyes. Hitting threes from Baghdad, on Natasha Cloud, on you, on anybody. The girl was pulling up from the parking lot. Was that a part of white privilege, Dejanay Carrington? You put 8/23 on X like that was going to be some big day for you. It was a day for you to get embarrassed by the GOAT, Caitlin Clark again. Caitlin and Kelsey combined for 67 points.
From the opening whistle, Carrington was relentlessly invading Clark's space. Bumps, grabs, tugging at the jersey, everything short of a tackle designed to disrupt her rhythm. Physical defense is part of basketball, but against Clark, Carrington's aggressive style repeatedly crosses that line from tough defense into deliberate, calculated agitation. But here's the kicker. On this particular Sunday, officials were actually watching closely, and Carrington found herself repeatedly whistled for her over-the-line tactics.
Used to play on the court as a rookie, but she brings a defensive mentality.
That'll be the first personal on Dejanay.
So what did she do when calls went against her? Instead of accepting the foul, Carrington immediately pivoted to her well-worn playbook, theatrically throwing her hands up and launching into a mocking pantomime of a flop. She was telling everyone Clark was faking contact, exaggerating for the whistle. If you've seen the clips online, you know the moment. It's a move designed to deflect blame and paint her opponent as the villain, even when the evidence clearly points elsewhere.
Game that Dejanay Carrington had circled on her calendar and wanted the world to see happen tonight. And how did it turn out? Caitlin Clark had 37 points, 10 assists, 8 threes, and we got this lovely reaction. But I want to point out something that happened in the game. Some of the Chicago Sky, including Dejanay Carrington, to me, were looking for a fight this game. And Caitlin, instead of talking about it in the media, just did it with her basketball skills, and this is one of the plays that happened.
Indiana can regain the lead. Clark, another step back three. Yes! And a little bit of passion afterwards.
You love it. This is
So Dejanay purposely runs into Clark, and then Clark just waves her off. You can tell that Clark was just over that storyline and with that rivalry.
And get this isn't a new move for Carrington. She pulled the exact same stunt in Clark's rookie season, accusing her of selling calls after a foul in a Feversun matchup, a moment that also went viral for all the wrong reasons. This isn't an isolated incident. It's a playbook she's deployed before, always with the same goal, to shift the blame and undermine Clark's legitimacy.
So this is why you don't make fun of Caitlin Clark, start mocking her. Look at, she didn't even flop, she didn't even move her head back, she just got fouled. But Caitlin Clark just schools her, like multiple times. The first one is like splash in your face. Okay. Watch what she does. This is like 7 straight possessions. She bumps her. She's like, get off of me. You ain't even on my level. I have more points in a half than you have all season. And I'm just past her. I have 7 assists already in the game. I'm not even looking for my shot. I got 18 points over 3 people. But watch this. This is when it gets funny. Here we go. Caitlin Clark. Look at this behind the back pass. Look at the bench. Like, she's running circles around this league. They can't do anything to stop her too. That full court press, the traps, 3 defenders. It don't matter. Look at this one. Whoop. Where you at, Carrington? You had all that to say, but you can't stop me. Look at this pass. Oh my gosh. Like, Caitlin Clark is insane. Look at this. Both defenders. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Dribbles between 2 defenders like that.
The problem for Carrington, however, is that replay after brutal replay consistently shows when she fouls Clark. It's almost always legitimate contact. She grabs, she bumps, she leans in with her forearm, and then acts absolutely shocked when the whistle blows. Fans have seen this tired pattern play out so many times now that nobody, and I mean nobody, is buying her innocent act anymore.
Caitlin Clark coming off of Michaela Timpson's screen. 3-pointer. Michaela Timpson setting real picks, unlike Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark pushing it up the floor. Get you on the hip, spin off you, step back 3. Bang, right between your eyes. Bag that. Busting Dejanay Carrington's ass. Another midi. Dropping it off. What a pass to Monique Billings. I mean, she was in her bag. She was in her bag like the fries was at the bottom. Caitlin Clark off the screen. This was a tough shot. Over a 6'8" Camila Cardoso, floater off the glass. Okay, attack the closeout. Dejanay can't guard. Behind the back pass with 3 people on her. I mean, I don't even know how she made that pass. Caitlin Clark getting in the lane. Floater off the glass again.
Jig is up, folks. Her transparent attempts to manipulate the narrative have backfired spectacularly, not only failing to sway public opinion, but actually hardening it against her. What was once perhaps seen as edgy, competitive fire is now widely viewed as a desperate, childish ploy that undermines her own credibility and, frankly, makes her look foolish on the biggest stage. This isn't just about a foul call anymore. It's about a player who has systematically eroded the trust of fans, officials, and even, it seems, some of her own teammates, who must be getting tired of the constant circus.
Fairly close game in the first half. Then Kelsey Mitchell gets going. Caitlin Clark carrying the team in the first half. Kelsey Mitchell gets going in the second half. And these two just trade. They went turn for turn, punching on the Chicago Sky. All right, I'll drain a 3. Splash. Okay, now I'll drain a 3. Splash. Okay, watch this. Crossover, step back, splash. Watch it. Folks, Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark were taking turns abusing the Chicago Sky today. Taking turns abusing the Chicago Sky today.
But here's where the story truly pivots, where the so-called villain becomes the catalyst for the hero's greatest performance. While Carrington was busy performing her theatrical routines, flailing and complaining, what was Caitlin Clark doing? She wasn't engaging in a war of words. She wasn't throwing her hands up in frustration or allowing herself to be drawn into the endless cycle of retaliatory cheap shots. No, Clark was doing what she does best, playing basketball and playing it at an absolutely stratospheric level. She took every bump, every grab, every taunt, and she channeled it. She turned that manufactured negativity into rocket fuel for an offensive explosion that left everyone, including Carrington, utterly speechless.
Look, yanking her hair down. Oh, that's a basketball play, y'all. And tell me if you notice a common denominator. Look, basketball play, look. Basketball play, I didn't know you can rip somebody's hair out. That's a basketball, look. Ankle injury, that's a basketball play, y'all. Look, poke right in the eye. It's not this many basketball plays in the world. It's not this many coincidences in the world. She went up like this and came down like this and poked an eye. Knocked her all upside her head. Now she got C. Like, this is what you call a track record. Look, not even going for the ball. Like, come on.
But that's what DiJonai Carrington does.
And we know, and that's been part of the problem, because we've been telling y'all, this is what she does and has a track record.
We're talking about a statistical marvel here, a performance that wasn't just good, it was historic. Clark wasn't just scoring, she was orchestrating. Her passing vision was on another planet, dissecting the sky defense with surgeon-like precision, finding cutters, hitting shooters, and dropping dimes that defy logic. And when she decided it was time to score herself, forget about it. Deep threes launched from beyond the arc, contested mid-range jumpers falling with grace, and fearless drives to the basket, drawing contact and converting at the line. Each successful play wasn't just 2 or 3 points. It was a psychological jab, a quiet, devastating answer to every one of Carrington's desperate attempts at disruption. It was a masterclass in letting your game do the talking, loudly and undeniably.
You are going to suggest that we should think critically about a statement white privilege when you at the Indiana Fever, you didn't give us much to think critically about. We, the interpreter, now have to try to figure out what exactly were you talking about? Well, common sense would deduce that you were talking about fouling a white individual and getting ejected for fouling that white individual. Now, as I said on social media and I will say in real life, if that is not what you were talking about implying, then that's on me. I will stand down and I will stand corrected. But the last thing I must again reiterate, so many people have asked you amongst others, well then what are you talking about? We still have yet to get a response. All that DiJonai, you have told us is, hey, I wasn't talking about the foul. Well then, what were you talking about? I refuse to believe on behalf of everybody that is confused, we're not all idiots and you are the one genius in the room. That's just not the case. So I say this with all respect. I respect your intelligence. I respect your response. And you currently on the court hooping, so respect to you. But there's still a lot of errors in your thought process and thought.
Think about the psychological warfare at play here. Most players, even seasoned veterans, would eventually crack under such relentless, personalized harassment. They'd get frustrated, retaliate, or simply get taken out of their game. But Clark, she absorbed it. It was like watching a master martial artist use an opponent's momentum against them. Every time Carrington tried to disrupt her, Clark seemed to find an even deeper well of focus, an even sharper edge to her game. This isn't just about physical talent. It's about a mental toughness, a steely resolve that few athletes possess, especially at such a young age and under such an intense spotlight. She wasn't just playing basketball. She was giving a clinic on emotional intelligence under pressure, showing everyone how to turn hostility into fuel for greatness.
When you said August 23rd, what did you mean by this exactly? I think the fans want answers. We were expecting, some vengeance that you created, We were expecting a huge game. We were expecting something. But apparently, it looks like you really just called your own funeral. Ladies and gentlemen, DiJonai Carrington posted August 23rd after literally raking Sophie Cunningham across the head. Going to the locker room, breaking league policy, saying white privilege during a game using her phone when that's literally breaking league policy, and she faced no consequence with that. Then she proceeds to go on Twitter and make another post saying August 23rd, insinuating she'll exact some type of revenge, whether it's physical revenge or whether she'll try to use her talents. Am I saying that right? Oh no, she doesn't have that. Whether she's trying to use something to gain something. We'll see whatever the hell we're gonna get into today. DiJonai Carrington, you are done. As you guys can see, DiJonai Carrington literally just dropped in 18 minutes. She dropped 7 points, shooting 3 for 11.
This game wasn't just about the final score. It was a stark, almost cinematic contrast between two fundamentally different approaches to professional sports. On one side, you had Carrington, whose entire strategy seemed predicated on making the game about her and her manufactured beef, creating a spectacle of grievance. On the other, Clark, whose laser focus remained squarely on the objective, winning the basketball game and elevating her team. She wasn't just playing against the sky, she was playing against the narrative Carrington was trying to impose, and she absolutely shattered it. Clark wasn't just overcoming a defender, she was dismantling a mindset, proving that true dominance comes from within, not from external drama.
Caitlin Clark now has more 30-point, 10-assist games in her career, with 5, than the rest of the WNBA has combined in league history. Let that sink in. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee while that sinks in. Yeah, yeah, by herself, she's got more 30-point, 10-assist games by herself than the entire league combined. Entire league history.
And what about the impact on Carrington's own team? While she was busy focusing on personal vendettas, the Sky as a unit seemed to suffer. The constant stoppages, the unnecessary fouls, the energy expended on theatrics rather than defense, it all added up. Instead of galvanizing her teammates, Carrington's actions often seemed to leave them exposed, forcing them to play catch-up or defend with fewer resources. It's hard to build team chemistry or execute a coherent game plan when one of your key players is so clearly preoccupied with a personal, one-sided rivalry that consistently detracts from the collective goal. The optics for the Sky are becoming increasingly problematic, and you have to wonder how long they can afford to let this dynamic persist.
Like, I don't even know what she was trying to do on the offensive end. She's just shooting over 3 people. She cared more about getting highlights than she cared about anything else. Like, genuinely. Like, she was out here going for... She shot a Dirk fade at one stage as well. Is this it? No. I wasn't even on the clip. But, like, this whole game, Dejanay Carrington was just like, yeah, my goal is to aura farm. My goal is to clip farm. Like, Dejanay, like, Caitlin Clark goes and hits a 3 in Dejanay's face. And Dejanay, as they're running back, Dejanay tries to get into her face and hits her. And Caitlin's just staring. I was like, who cares?
This isn't just a skirmish between 2 players. It's a critical moment for the entire league. The WNBA is experiencing unprecedented growth, with new fans tuning in every day, many drawn by the excitement around players like Clark. What kind of product do they want to see? Do they want manufactured drama and petty antics? Or do they want elite athletic competition and sportsmanship, even in the heat of rivalry? Clark's response in this game sent a clear message. The best way to elevate the sport and yourself is through undeniable performance and unwavering professionalism. It's a powerful lesson for every player in the league about how to handle the spotlight, the pressure, and the sometimes unwanted attention that comes with being a professional athlete.
Let's see what America's team, the best team in the league, with the best player on the team today. Let's see. Oh, come here. Yeah, historic night. Okay, best player in the league. Ooh, look at how she's diamond. Look, when the team is ran through Caitlin, look at how beautiful it is. Okay. Oh, Caitlin on the defense. Look at that. Defense. They say she don't play it. Okay. Swing it. Oh, swing it. Oh. Freeze.
And misses that one. Indiana can regain the lead.
I want some more. You come back.
Clark, another step back 3. Yes.
And this dynamic isn't just isolated to Carrington. We've seen other players attempt similar tactics, trying to get under Clark's skin, to rattle her, to establish some form of physical dominance. But almost without exception, these attempts have backfired. Instead of slowing her down, they seem to ignite her, pushing her to perform at an even higher level. It's almost as if they're inadvertently providing her with a constant, external source of motivation, a challenge she consistently rises to meet and conquer. The league is quickly learning that trying to bully Caitlin Clark is not a viable defensive strategy. It's a surefire way to get torched and make her look even better in the process. This game against the Sky was just the most recent, and perhaps most egregious, example of that universal truth playing out on a grand scale. It's a pattern that players, coaches, and even casual observers are now acutely aware of, and it begs the question, when will they finally learn that you cannot out-drama a pure performer? Public sentiment has decisively shifted. Initially, there might have been a segment of fans who enjoyed the villain narrative, the trash talk, the physicality. But over time, as Carrington's tactics have become repetitive and predictable, and as Clark has consistently responded with grace and overwhelming performance, the patience has worn thin. Social media is ablaze, not with debate over who was right, but with a collective eye roll at Carrington's antics and widespread admiration for Clark's composure. This isn't just about winning a game. It's about winning the hearts and minds of the audience. And in that battle, Clark is currently running away with a landslide victory, leaving Carrington isolated and increasingly irrelevant to the actual basketball conversation. So what does this mean for the next time these teams meet? Will Carrington double down on her disruptive tactics, or will this decisive defeat finally force a strategic rethink? The smart money is on Clark continuing her trajectory, focusing on her game, and letting her undeniable talent speak volumes. For Carrington, however, the path forward is far less clear. Continuing this charade will only further cement her reputation as a player more interested in sideshows than championships. The league is watching, the fans are watching, and every future interaction will be scrutinized through the lens of this pivotal game. The challenge for Carrington now isn't just beating Clark. It's rebuilding her own image and proving she can be an asset rather than a liability to her team and the league. Ultimately, this Sunday in Chicago wasn't just about a single game. It was a crystal-clear demarcation point for two careers heading in dramatically different directions. One player is ascending, dominating the conversation with her skill, her composure, and her ability to transcend manufactured drama, becoming a global icon in the process. The other is risking being left behind, defined not by her basketball prowess, but by her persistent attempts to drag others down. It's a harsh reality, but the court doesn't lie. Performance speaks loudest, and on that day it roared a truth that nobody can ignore. Caitlin Clark is here to stay, and she's bringing the WNBA with her, while DJ Carrington might just be getting in her own way.